जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः. Kirtan was going on after the worship Brahmos function. Sri Ramakrishna is talking. Is there then no hope for the householders? Certainly there is. They must practice spiritual discipline in solitude for some days. This thought comes to almost all sadhakas. I want to retire from all this and go somewhere. For a few days I want to spend to myself alone. Very often that comes, but it doesn't fructify. So usually we are bound by, actually everything is free. Anybody can go away from any time. Now suppose an accident takes place. I will be thinking, I've got this duty and that duty, I cannot escape this, that and all. Nothing happens. I'll be there in the hospital. And everything is gone smoothly going on by itself. We feel that without me, these things will not happen. Without me, that cannot be done. All that. It is only play of mind. We are holding the world and world is not holding us. So many people die. Afterwards, everything smoothly will be going on. So many people come and so many people go. Nobody is inevitable. All things go on. Still, that my holding, I don't want to leave. That I am holding, nobody is holding me. So any moment I need a few days, silently go, stay somewhere. This Sri Ramakrishna gives. If it is not possible to go in your own house, somewhere you hide and sit before all people get up, or lie down and you are away from sleep or are sleeping, you are also in mosquito curtain. Cover yourself with blanket, doesn't matter, and within you are in solitude now. Bone kone, Sri Ramakrishna says. If you can go out somewhere into the forest, somewhere like that, some other place where there is a small place, a house is there in solitary, and you can go and stay there. All right, like going into the forest, go away. If you cannot, then mone, kone, in the kone, in the house itself, somewhere, some corner you find and practice like that. You are awake and still continuing to sleep in the mosquito curtain in the early morning, fully awake, calling on God. You are in solitude now. And you see, in mind, money. If there is a huge house, there is one room is empty, nobody is going to disturb you there. You have made a shrine or something, just go and stay there. A kone, in the same house you are staying, where you don't get disturbed by anybody, or if still disturbance is not possible, create a solitude within yourself, in your own mind, when all are asleep. If you get up and sit, people may observe you. So all are sleeping, you also are sleeping, but you are fully awake to the divine, calling on divine, shedding the tears there silently at the feet of God. How long, my Lord? How long shall I wait? Long shall I manage all these things? Reveal yourself to me. That heart's prayer, heart's longing, express at the feet of God. Solitude for some days, thus they will acquire knowledge and devotion. Then it will not hurt them to live the life of the world. You'll be in the world, but world is no more there in you. But when you practice discipline in solitude, keep yourself entirely away from your family. You must not allow your wife, son, daughter, mother, father, sister, brother, friends or relatives near you. While thus practicing discipline in solitude, you should think, I have no one else in the world, God is my all. Clearly he is mentioning. Because the presence of someone, even good people, even sadhakas, limits, it puts a limit, and a part of mind constantly dwells there on that object. Just a presence is sufficient. And when a child is there, it is weeping, I cannot sit for meditation. I am sitting, I am hearing that weeping or making mischief or dropping something. All this will be, now and then I am getting disturbed from the contemplation. Till we acquire pure love, afterwards we become indifferent to the external things. In the beginning, all these things become necessary. You must also pray to Him with tears in your eyes for knowledge and devotion. Jnana, Bhakti. So these two things we have to acquire. If you ask me how long you should live in the solitude, away from your family, I should say it would be good if you could spend even one day in that manner. Single day, as much as you can, if even a single day, calling on. That is the main purpose of upavasa. There are people who we see the purpose of upavasa, that is, I am weekly. Some people do on Monday, some people on Tuesday, Wednesday, but every week they do. The purpose of upavasa is to exclusively sit at the feet of God, thinking of Him alone. Sri Ramakrishna is telling here, if you ask me how long should I be in solitude, then just even single day will do. If you ask me how long should I live in solitude away from your family, I should say that it would be good for you if you could spend even one day in that manner, a single day. That's why this upavasa concept came, that one day, free from all duties and responsibilities, I can just, how much of time is wasted in cooking food, bringing things and all. One day let me sit at the feet of God, leaving everything, only calling on Him. So that exclusively upavasa, sitting close to the divine, close at the feet of God, is there. Whole presence He is holding the feet and sitting, and various ways of services he is offering to God. How beautiful it is, and no other disturbance, no other engagements, nothing, I and God alone. This is going to last forever. All that you do, all that you acquire, whatever you acquire, whether it is knowledge, worldly knowledge, you may be a great doctor, all that knowledge will disappear. But the knowledge of God, knowledge of spiritual, this one, whatever practices you do in spiritual life, it will never perish. It is lasting forever. It is taking you slowly to the eternal existence. So this solitude, even for one day sitting at the feet of God, this is called upavasa. Upavasa, sitting close, upavasa. And I should say that it would be good to spend even a single day in this manner. These days, at a time, still better. 3 days at a time. 3 days. 1 day is also sufficient. 3 days still better. One may live in solitude for 12 days, a month, 3 months, or a year according to one's convenience and ability. How much can you give? Give maximum. Don't enter into conflict. Don't disturb anything, and don't get disturbed by anything. When you go into solitude with conflict and problems, don't go. If you pray to God to help you, He'll make all arrangements. Without your efforts, they will make arrangement for you. Whatever you want, whatever you are desiring for, whatever you are needing, God will start providing. Dependence. For everything you must slowly cultivate that dependence on God. How do you cultivate dependence on God? Slowly. When you are taking food, who is growing this? Somewhere somebody is growing. It has reached me. And eating. Next moment, what is going to happen? The uncertainty. Just remember the uncertainty. Impermanency. And again, oh God, you hold my hand and make me eat. Then you are going for bath. Hold on. I am going for bath, Lord. You be with me. You take me. Slowly for everything, every act, every thinking, every sleeping. Whatever you do, bring God into picture and express consciously your dependence on Him, because a day comes you will not be able to take care of yourself. Totally. As the body ages, everyone will experience that helplessness. One day comes that you are no more able to stand. So now itself, know that it is His power making me walk. Let me be dependent on Him. Let me be dependent. It is His power, His strength, His bodily. This body belongs to Him. All this slowly start practicing. A day comes when you will actually see that He is doing, He is holding your hand and going. He is making you realize God. He is making your life in the world possible. It is going smoothly. If you ask, even if 3 months, one has not much to fear if one leads the life of a householder after attaining knowledge and devotion. Two aspects of our important aspects of our existence. One is heart, one is brain, intellect. Everywhere in every act we use these two, the brain and heart. Now, heart must be given to God Intellect must be given to God. How do you do it? By filling your heart with love for God. Devotion. Acquire that devotion. And intellect is another aspect of our existence which is kept constantly engaged in every. Fill it with wisdom. Fill everything with the knowledge, jnana and bhakti. Jnana is for the intellectual part of your existence, and bhakti is for your. These two become the constituent. Important constituents means there are only two parts. One is intellect, one. Apart from that, there is body only. So this identity you are going to develop. If you break jackfruit after rubbing your hands with oil, then its sticky milk will not smear your hands. While playing the game of hide and seek, if you are safe if you but once touch granny, be turned into gold by touching the philosopher's stone. After that, you remain buried under the ground for 1,000 years, and when you are taken out, you'll be still gold. How to live in the world? Because it's going to stain the body, stain the mind, stain the heart. Everything is going to stain by your action and thought. How to remain? Well, fill it with it. Love, that is the bhakti, and jnana, wisdom. So wisdom and divine love, if you are smeared, then all actions are diverted into it. Now I have great passions in me. I want this and that. Turn these passions towards God. I have some intellectual capabilities. Turn it towards God. Whatever is driving, whatever is demanding, turn it towards divine. You are safe. And once you acquire that, you are able to hold on to that, you are safe, totally safe. So how do you, this, when you are anointed, when you are covered, when you are that lepa of jnana and bhakti, then no action can stain you. You become stainless. Just like he is telling, if you open the jackfruit, immediately that its gum is going to stick, very difficult to take it out again. But if you little oil, a few drops of oil rub to the hands, it will no more stick onto. So nothing, karma, attachments, all these things, raga, dvesha, nothing touches you if you are filled with divine love. The divine love and wisdom. Divine love is the tendencies of enjoyment. Intellect is another aspect of my existence. There, my attachments do not come into picture. My possessions and things, what I can do, it is just like Kamini Kanchana. I want this status, I want that, I want to keep on car, all these greed like things. One is possessions, one is enjoyment. Jnana is the tendency to possess. Tomorrow who will help me? I need this, I need that. And I want to enjoy this, I want to enjoy that. Heart is sitting always on enjoyments. Intellect is always sits on the possessions. It want to preserve, it want to protect. Nobody must tell me anything. All this, my mind working. When it is turned to God, this it doesn't bother. Oh, these are all passing events on one side. and I need not bother about these things. Anyway, nothing is going to stay. These are two are diverted to the divine. That is jackfruit. You not allow it to stick the oil, the gum to your hand smear. By playing the game of hide and seek, if you touch granny, hide and seek, you are finished. You are won over. No more hide and seek. Be turned into gold by touching philosopher's stone. Touching granny is another part. That is, having touched, you are free from the game itself. Now, God and nature enters your help to help you. Then you have got so many duties and somebody comes and takes that responsibility. You are free from that. You touch the granny. You have to go and earn. Suppose you have to plow the field and look after everything. Somebody says, oh, you are taking so much of strain. I too have need. I will help for you. I will do all the work. Just give me. I don't have food to eat. If you just give me daily a little food, I will take care of all this. So you are free from all this. It is like having touched a granny. That participation of God and nature to help your sadhana is touching. How much of dependence, love must be there for God and this one. How do you get that? Egolessness, absence of ego. Absence of ego, the moment you are free from ego, I am the doer, I do this, why is that person troubling me? All these problems when it comes, that ego is there. When humility replaces ego, there is participation of divine and nature in your life. When they participate in your life, then the whole thing changes. Nothing to worry. You are outside the games. Somebody is getting done. So nature is getting done. God is getting done. All you need. Small children were there. I have to sit and teach them. Now I was spending almost all time in some neighbor comes who is professional teacher. He says, send your children, I will free. I don't want anything. I want to serve these people. You can send your children. I am asking all the people to send their children. Suddenly you see some help is coming. You are free from that. You can peacefully call on God. You need not worry about the education. So this way, this is touching the granny. And the next example, she become gold. Touch the philosopher's stone, gold. Even if it is kept buried for thousands of years, nothing, you need not worry. After thousands of years, you take out, the gold is remaining as it is. That is, you undergo the internal transformation. The internal transformation, you are becoming divine. That is, get rid of the animal nature, get rid of the human nature, let the divine project forth. This is, you have become gold. Nothing more can harm you. So, manifestation of divinity to the gross physical level makes you gold through and through. Then, wherever you are, in whatever state, it doesn't matter. The mind is like milk. Mind is like a milk. If you keep the mind in the word, which is like water, then the milk and water get mixed up. That's why people keep the milk in a quiet place and let it set into curd. Then they churn butter from it. Likewise, through the spiritual discipline practiced in solitude, churn the butter of knowledge and devotion from the milk of mind. How beautifully he is giving the explanation. Then that butter can easily be kept in water of the world. It will not get mixed with the world. If you put milk into water, immediately it becomes milk and water. You cannot find out any more that milk that you have poured. But if you curdle it, take away the butter and keep the butter in water, it doesn't. It will be simply floating. It will not become mixed up and one with the water. So you can keep yourself safely in the water. You can remain in the world without getting affected by it. The mind will float detached on the water of the world. Vijay had just returned from Gaya, where he had spent a long time in solitude and holy company. What all type of people were there, and there are now also. They go somewhere and start doing their spiritual practices seriously, taking little things that they are needing, cannot be avoided. The rest of the time they will be calling on God. Spent long time in solitude and holy company. He had put on ochre robe of a monk and was in exalted state of mind, always indrawn. He was sitting before the master with his head bent down as if absorbed in some deep thought. Niranjanam nityamanantarupam bhaktanukampa dritavigraham vai Ishavataram parameshamedhyam tam Ramakrishnam shirasa namamaha.